What do you know is true without evidence? What are you certain of, right down to your bones, without proof? My brother deleted my game save on purpose. He was old enough to read. He knew what he was doing. I did. That my last boss secretly hated me even though we had, on the surface, a very positive relationship. My boss acted like we were friendly and encouraged me to be open with her. And then I got fired out of nowhere. So, that was obviously an act. If I'm stuck in traffic and switch lanes because the other lane looks like it will move faster, the lane I just switched from will automatically go faster. There's a travel agency that's been around in my town for as long as I can remember. I wholeheartedly believe it's a front for the mob. You better keep quiet or you'll be taking an unexpected trip. We'll send you on a nice, long vacation. That a lot more famous actors than we realize are secretly the children of other famous actors from the previous generation. I call it the Hollywood B-star theory. A startling number of famous actors and musicians had rich or famous parents already connected in the industry. It seems the outsider making it big is more and more rare. George R.R. Martin will never finish the last Game of Thrones book. Conspiracy theory, he's doing it intentionally, so he will never have to risk writing a bad ending, and after his death, his books will remain legendary status forever. Just like every other unfinished great projects, I doubt they will receive legendary status if unfinished, as the whole thing has been sullied by the TV show and the prolonged wait that many fans don't even care anymore about the next book. I think the series will be used more as a warning tale for future writers to avoid the same mistakes as Martin. Especially don't make a story so complex you struggle to follow it yourself. Burger King hash browns are just tater tots. Aren't McDonald's hash browns essentially big tater tots? Aren't all hash browns just tater tots? Flat earthers are just doing it for attention. They really don't think the earth is flat. That's how it started off. Sure. I watched Flight 93 go down. I would never share that in real life because it's fucking grim and no one would believe you. The geography of the reports are off. I saw it clear as day from Kent State's main campus, Ohio. I didn't know what I was seeing other than I remember thinking, that plane is way too low. We had a aviation college, so planes were common and too big, and it's jerking around like how a toddler drives a Power Wheels truck. Continued on to class. You don't wanna be late even at a liberal college. Life exists outside of Earth. I can't imagine a universe where we are the only life. It would defy all odds that we are the only living thing in an endless space of planets. Each star in the sky has the potential for life, and there are so many more we can't see. Not that it is something I believe to be true, but something that I often think about is the butterfly effect. Like little things I do during the day could affect the total outcome of my day. I stopped for ice cream the other day on the drive home, and when we got back on the highway there had been a massive accident where the back of a red Porsche was just incinerated. Maybe we would have been hit if we hadn't gone to Dairy Queen. IDK man. If Final Destination taught me anything, death is PSS'd at you and is going to trick you into dying in a freak accident involving a nail gun and a tanning bed. Final Destination was literally the building block of my waking nightmares. I saw a massive bee when I was younger, and when I tell someone they never believe me, I did too. I was a kid. I think I'm just stupid. It was dead, as big as my fist, and ants were eating it. I'm really effing lucky, but like in a subtle way, like if there's a 95% chance I'll get hurt doing something stupid, I'll come out unscathed. Sometimes I think there's a guardian angel watching over me, making sure I don't kill myself by being an idiot. You/Groot the tree could fall into a dumpster full of DKS and come out sucking his thumb. My sister ate the whole ice cream box without asking my parents. Edit. I'm sorry to disappoint you guys, but she didn't leave any ice cream. I don't know what happened to the box. As a nation, I can safely say without a doubt that you don't need cups to measure the water when cooking rice. You do if you work for BBC Food. Strain the rice after. What are you doing, lady? Teddy Roosevelt cured his childhood asthma by sheer force of will. Don't a lot of people just kind of lose their asthma at some point? I'm essentially a good, decent person. I may not act this out successfully. It's the fact that I keep trying to act it out relentlessly that makes it true. We judge people based on their actions, but judge ourselves based on our intentions. That alien life forms will be nothing like we have ever imagined. I forget the name of it, but there's a mini series with Stephen Hawking with a full hour dedicated to this. I just feel like our imagination is limited to earthly constructs and it's near impossible to imagine life outside of Earth. Does life even have to be carbon based? I have so many questions and so little answers. That 1 to 2 generations down the line, our use of technology will lead to extreme mental health issues. My brain feels deep fried from time to time, and I haven't seriously started using a smartphone before I was already an adult. I hate how much I use my phone. I sometimes daydream about going back to a flip phone without the ability to access social media. I'll scroll through social media for hours every day, telling myself you need to do something better with your time. You hate this? Just put the phone down and do something else. Had a funny meme. I exist, and if it really is all the Matrix, I don't have any bones anyway. Blue pill please. I forgot. What do the red and blue pills stand for? Red pill is the woke pill. You know the truth and reject the Matrix. Blue pill is the chill pill. F that real shit. I'd rather live in blissful ignorance in the Matrix. What if you eat both pills? Deja vu comes from previous dreams. Holy yes, I thought I was the only one. I'll go through something and then think. I had a dream about this several weeks ago. I can read very useless parts of the future. It's a phenomenon called déjà vu, and I get it occasionally. I remember it started when I was a kid. 2 years later I go on a school trip to an art gallery and bam, there's that still image that I remember from that one dream. I get them every now and then and they happen months or years in advance. It's very strange. My most recent one is I was in an airport and a plane crashed into the top of the building and I felt extreme heat and I woke up. Definitely shitting myself for my next few flights now. That Andy Dufresne was guilty in the Shawshank Redemption. It's never actually proven that he didn't kill his wife and her lover. We just have his word and a story made up by an inmate that wanted to be liked by Andy and his friends. Also, what are the chances that his wife and lover were murdered the same night that Andy was going to kill them himself before he changed his mind? Whoa. Just realize that the entire story is narrated by Red, and Red really doesn't know whether Andy was guilty or not. Only Andy knows Red just believes he innocent. There is some Godzilla-s at the bottom of our oceans. Deep sea gigantism will not fail me, if it's any consolation. If giants do exist down there, they will probably stay down there. Ocean creatures tend to stay in their zone of water pressure because that's what their bodies have adapted to. Some have more range than others. Ever seen a blobfish? Ever seen what a blobfish is supposed to look like at the depth it's supposed to live at? It gets all fucked up when it gets brought to the surface because of the water pressure differential. See also, giant squids. One of the only reasons we know they exist is because they die and float up here, or are very close to death and can't maintain proper buoyancy. They don't want to be up here. They prefer the crushing blackness. Life on other planets. Not green one-eyes aliens, but even insects and things like that. Same. The universe is way too big for us to be the only ones out there. Here's a good point Neil deGrasse Tyson makes. We are not even made of odd stuff. Excepting helium, which is inert, we are pretty much made of the most common element in the universe. Carbon is the most chemically fertile element, so it's no surprise we are carbon based. Plenty of carbon throughout the universe. It can't be just us. The numbers are just too staggering, and the material to make life as we know it is everywhere. Scientists made self-replicating molecules by slamming together the chemicals necessary for life in an environment of water, heat, and occasional shocks, lightning, which simulates how life on Earth started. That's pretty fucking neat. That the funeral home by my house is run by some sort of criminal organization. I always see the same gangster looking guys hanging out in front of it smoking cigars and drinking beers. Does this funeral home have its own crematorium by any chance? Ozark has taught me that it can be a really convenient way to get rid of bodies. The most efficient way. Pigs are more efficient if you have a little extra time. Yeah. 5 to 6 starving pigs will eat and digest absolutely everything. Hair, bones, teeth, everything.